Hello there, folks. Happy to hear that. Truly hope you guys are having a lovely day. We are continuing with this stream. Just give me a second. We've got something, a textiles, that's completely okay. Give me some time to organize and see what the hell is going on. If we go to construction management, maybe we can take a territorial control. I just want to check and see what we are controlling and what the enemies are controlling. Yo, Yuzabe, what up, man? Well, we are getting into North Carolina. That should be okay. Maybe we should also focus on West and Southwest Virginia. Sometimes taking this one would be CTG. Oh, nice to see you, man. I believe this is your first time on the stream. If we take the western part of Virginia, we might get into trouble with the natives. They usually do not like when you take all the forts. But I'm not 100% sure. We still own some forts to the west of Appalachian Mountains. If I remember correctly, we had a lot of financial issues during the previous episode. Even though it's kind of tricky, we have over $250,000 in our bank account. The problem is that this is not real income. I sold a lot of extra stuff. And this is why we have so much money. But realistically, we have a lot of units. We're able to beat the Americans, but finances are a great concern of ours. What can we do financially to make our own economy viable and sustainable? We're delivering a lot of recruits, which is great. We have a lot of anchored ships. We have Liverpool. Yep. Look at the London, Bristol, Portsmouth, Plymouth. And one of our fleets are on their way, right? Let me just check shipyards. Is there anything over there? I want to make sure we do not have any leftovers. We are Clinton. Wilmington is something that we probably need to take, and we can also go for Fort Johnson. But where do we draw the line? This is a big question. The more we push, we have to maintain garrisons in all of these places, which will have an issue on its own, right? Because, let me check, loyalty is pretty bad in many places. How about this one? Our ships are in a really bad spot. Let me check. How about over here? Petersburg. Pardon me, guys. I'm sneezing. I'm gonna go with Baker Rifle. We can finally equip our skirmishers with the proper rifles. Williamsburg, Orange, Strasbourg, Alexandria. What can we do here? Is this really worth it? Might be. How about Dover? Cambridge, we are constructing stuff. Monroe, Philly. Freehold. Are we gonna spend some... The problem is that our construction material numbers are not that great. And it seems like we did it in New York. Maybe I can do it over here as well. New Haven, Hartford. Leicester. The only way we can make money right now is by, you know, doing those types of buildings. Alternatively, we can make money by building mines and just selling extra stuff that we don't need for our production. As well as some regions, especially the south, they have tobacco, they have cotton. And if we build farms, look at this one, we can get more stuff. And we can later sell it either as a raw material or as industrial product, but that's one of the ways to make money. But in order to do that, we need a lot of construction material that we currently do not have. We need at least 200 in order to be able to, every week, construct whatever is necessary. Let me check something else. If we go to research headquarters, we have military governor, pardon me. And I just want to check what we are researching right now. We have a lot of reputation points. Desertion is not a major factor, so... what should we do? We're going for loyalty and construction points, which are massive. Like, this is 0.5 construction point. That means that buildings will be constructed much faster, and because settlement level officer missions have been nerfed, this one will be very, very important. And then we're gonna decide what to do next. 24 days, so we can speed it up if we like. Political intelligence. We're gonna get a cathedral and +5 loyalty. I guess this is a passive buff. That's okay, we can wait. Siege artillery, we're looking for... what exactly? Oh, 13-inch mortar. This is good. We're gonna have easier time breaching fortifications, but the thing is, enemies do not have that many forts in the south. How about this one? Trade restrictions. We're going for cigar factory. Then we can go for rum factory, or we can rush fur factory. I think a fur factory is super duper important, so we probably should be rushing it. We do not have many factories in general. Administrative costs. We are researching this one. Yep, pretty much. We'll get some extra government efficiency, firearm production, and unit ammunition. That's okay. Navigation Act. We are going for new warship, HMS Bellona. And yeah, we're going for HMS Victory in the end. I said I wanted to have it before we end our campaign, but who knows? Financially, we have weaker salaries. Unit morale is lower by 4%. And right now we're paying for 39,000. If I increase the salary like this, there'll be a lot of money, but we can, you know, if I lower it down to 8, I think this would be even better. We can try to maintain the current situation for as long as possible. If we go to foreign relations, we are having trade agreement with France. The same thing is happening with Spain, and of course we're at war with United Colonies. And there is no native tribe that wishes harm, so we are pretty good so far. I don't think I will be going for the international committee anytime soon. Colonies management, do we have anything interesting? No doctrines, nothing. Government structure is pretty low. I believe this is due to the events. We have way too many events. They were kind of bad for us, so We have some Baker rifle. How about production numbers? I'm curious. So we're getting some Brown Best 69s. These are the long ones for infantry. We're getting a few for the cavalry, of course. And the bulk of our production actually goes to Baker rifle. But look, could actually extend this one. That's better. Look at the discrepancy between the production of Brown Besses and Baker rifles. Kind of big, right? Yeah, I think this is it. But we have to decide where to stop. Maybe I can send Hal. We'll try to take Wilmington. I'm not sure about the garrison size. How about you guys get inside and just chill? Oh yeah, we can deal with them. By the way, I know, guys, I promised a Panda Crowd interview. Audio is ready, but video is not. I've been busy and also lazy, to be honest. So video should be out in tomorrow, basically. Around this time, around 8 o'clock. Central European time. If you're interested in watching that interview with a game developer, yeah, we'll be there. How about we just charge them? We should be able to break this. Yeah. And Thomas is running away. No, it's just you. Just you. Maybe a little bit, but... I feel okay. Let's put it that way. We should be doing some construction. Let's go for a printing press as always, and we gotta go for this one. Let's go after the forts. They might put up a fight, but I don't think so. It seems like their numbers are not great. We managed to destroy them in a couple of battles, and yeah. It's hard for them to recover. This is the goal. Never allow them to recover properly. Construction points are okay in this area, but we do not have construction materials, so that sucks. Damn it. Those guys are gonna stay inside. Do we really need to fight this one? It is a fort, and sometimes funny things can happen with a fort. I have way too many troops. We're gonna get the healthiest ones and get them out. I could take this one, though. This would be really good. A lot of bad events, and there is nothing I can do about it. We can break the brigade. You're gonna go there. You, buddy, go to Wellington. And Hal will move forward. What do we do with other guys? How big is the garrison over there? You're gonna leave brigade, and you're gonna go straight over there. Let's make sure that all of our settlements are well protected. Yeah, we should have an easy time. The problem would be investing and keeping control of everything. Dover loyalty dropped. really nasty. Basically, government loyalty means that we're gonna have less and less income, and more money will just disappear, which sucks. Now we're gonna go and take Kingston, and Hal will be responsible for picking up their weapons. Garrison is okay. I can put one of my cav units over there. What do I do with these guys? I need a place with a major garrison, but it also has to be very close so I can assist some of my settlements that are potentially under assault by the enemy. I have to break this one. Oh, look at this one. That's terrible. Minus 13 loyalty. We can have two of them leave brigade. We gotta go back to probably New Bern or something like that. Oh, we don't really need this one. I don't care about it. Look at the workforce. Getting some extra Charleville's. We're gonna do this one. Okay, we're gonna stop trade agreement with Spain. We did not stop it, it expired. Took its natural course. How about over here? Can we do the same trick? We should be able to do. Exactly. Yep. Pretty expensive when it comes to construction material, but we have to do that. And we're spending a lot of money. We're getting hacked by enemy spies left and right. The problem is we could lower it down. I need to pay a lot of money. That's a huge thing. This is something we pay per day. I do not want to pay like 10,000 a week for intelligence. It's useful, it's good, but it's too much. I'm afraid. Really too much. Cornwallis can stay over there. Maybe Hal can go to another place. I want to keep an eye on the enemies and to be able to see if they're amassing an army. In Britain, we're struggling with production. But here we're getting, you know, extra slots, which is really cool. Let me check this one. We're lacking what exactly? Is it that we have iron? We have wood? Oh, howitzers. Howitzers. We need copper. And we gotta make sure that we're shipping copper. Yeah, we definitely need copper. Let's go to colonies, and we're gonna go to market. Then we have resources. Oh, we have a lot of copper. That means that we cannot auto sell. We have to be patient. We're gonna do it like this. Everything that goes above 100 will be sent to to Britain. That means that we're gonna sell less of it, and we're gonna have less money. But it's not like our entire economy depends on it, so it's kind of cool. It's okay. Well, how about you guys? How do you feel today? Was this a busy weekend for you? We are upgrading some of our troops. Trade depot. They're spending a lot of construction material, especially on the third tier buildings. It costs a lot of construction material. It's easier when you play with Americans. You don't have that big of a demand for construction material, but with British, yep, you do. We have to be patient. Let's wait for Monday to arrive, so we're gonna get extra construction material. Okay, international committee, not so important. Something that I discovered previously is that when you construct mining infrastructure, for every single mine you build, your gold resource will give you 200 pounds or $200 more. All right, so we're gonna do this one. And what is the current state of our income? Yeah, base income is about 1,000, but because we have two mining infrastructure, two mines built, we are getting 1,400, a bit more than that. But look at the government effect, minus 43%. If government efficiency was higher, we would have an easier time financially. But this is something that will not change, and regardless of what we do, besides the political situation, we cannot change much. Should we do this one? Kind of expensive. We could do something similar in Fort Saratoga, but I will have to pay a construction officer because otherwise it will never be constructed. Let's get this guy. We can do it over here as well. We basically did whatever we could when it comes to money. Not gonna have enough construction points again. But we're working on it. What is the situation? I'm gonna check this side of the front. Fort Pitt is a breeding ground for Continental Army. They're getting a lot of support from it. Sometimes it's dangerous to push your general like this. If they have cavalry regiment, they can easily chase down your general. But I'm betting they don't. Yeah. Pretty easy to take. How about Fort Pitt? We have Fort Conestoga. End of the St. John River expedition. Interesting, the small settlement at the mouth of the St. John River in Nova Scotia was captured by the sloop of war HMS Vulture, along with the frigates Milford and Ambuscade, which carried a strong detachment of the Regiment of Foot on board, approximately 120 men, so basically one company. Disembarked from the ships in barges. The Americans quickly retreated up the river, and we got some fur. Again, we need to collect extra taxes for the king.
Keep moving.
Damn royal family. They always need more money. Okay. 2 Fusilier regiments.
Victory.
I don't think they can replenish their numbers because Fort Pitt is a very small one. The workforce is about 200. I know that AI will cheat, but... Oh, this is an enemy navy. It seems like a big one. Where the hell are our ships? Are we repairing them? Yeah, we should be. By the way, guys, if you know what the best perks are for the Navy, let me know. Because I said before, I don't really play the Navy. I have to use it because, well, they're pretty much necessary. But I don't have any proficiency with it. Just clicking randomly on stuff. Hoping it does work. Let's go. We need to deal with enemy navies. Another interesting thing is that enemy navies are not showing up in area controlled by us over here in the north. They're only, you know, kind of focusing on the south, and we will do exactly that. This is lovely. This is lovely. We're losing even more loyalty. I need to check some of these regions. Boston, the situation is optimal. Middleborough, it's not great. How about Hartford? Pretty damn good. New Haven is excellent. How about we get this one? Yeah, I think it's okay to pay for it because we're really in need of extra construction material. Let's speed it up.
Keep moving.
Okay, here they have some army. No, you stay there. We should be able to kill them easily. And we did. Oh, we have way too many troops. Endurance course, always for your line infantry. We'll grant them extra stamina. How about over here? We're gonna go for morale, usually. And yeah, I completely forgot about this one. Yeah, we can grant them civilian muskets. This is awesome. Like, getting extra reinforcements, as I said, is great because you cannot really recruit more men over here. The problem is that we have to pay for them, and that's not gonna come cheap. I think that this one is necessary. The problem with this side, this branch, Intelligence Organization 3 and afterwards, everything comes with a major debuff. Look at this one. You lose a lot of loyalty. You lose intelligence. You get intelligence cost. It's already super expensive. I think we're gonna go for this one. And then we will see. Is there anything interesting? Just reporting is faster, but I don't think we're gonna get a lot from it. Let's go with this one. Intelligence operation. We're gonna speed it up with this one and with that one, so I don't have to do it on different days. Let's use normal speed. Yeah, you should be okay over there. Gonna send those guys to the fort, of course. Royal Navy is in control. I don't really remember Spanish having settlements over here. I could go for extra loyalty. Would be so nice. +2 supply limit, construction speed. Is this a really that big of a deal? Welsh Fusiliers? I don't know. I'm gonna go for this one. In the end, it's cheaper, less time consuming. That is. Cigar factory, we're gonna go for fur factory, of course. This will be supply limit, transportation time, and unit provision. Excellent. Everything we need, but we're primarily focusing on those cigar factories. If we can double our production of fur, that'll be awesome. Do we pay for this one? Yeah, I guess we do. Can make some additional upgrades. You can see that our construction numbers are much, much bigger. Do we have a construction officer already? Nah, shouldn't be the case. But that research could help us a lot. Fort Laval, terrible loyalty situation. Absolutely terrible. But I always prefer having, like, more fur than having a church over here. We're fighting a lot with them. Let's go to the... Yeah, Glasgow. Barracks. You boys gonna go to the colonies. We gotta create a fleet. Let's do that. Let's set sail. It will take them quite some time to get there, but yeah, they will eventually. We could build a tax office. Yeah, let's do it. We have so many specialists right now. We can go to foreign relations. We're making more money, by the way. Seems like it. Should we do a trade? Yeah, let's do this one. This will mean that we're gonna have more money, basically. A 408 soldiers. Damn, that's a lot. I can get a tax office. In Philly, what should we get? How about tobacconist? This will be done in 12 days, so we're gonna focus on something else. How about Hempstead? That is pretty cool. "72 days, we can live with that. If we're spending our money and resources, we should be spending it on something that can actually help us financially. In the end, it's always about money. If you have more money, you can easily recruit troops. You can maintain bigger navies, but if you don't, then yeah, you're kind of screwed. We gotta keep an eye on this. In 15 days, we're gonna be checking on income. How about in a place like this? We need a fur trade and... what else? And this one could help us quite a bit. Fort St. Clair. We might have a rebellion over here. Do I even bother, like, getting to these places? I don't think I should. There is nothing for me over there. No, you're gonna... oh, damn it, that's a rather big navy by the Americans. Can you assist? We lost a ship. Seems like Americans decided to go nuts. I could deny them the coast. If I play it smart, I could deny them the coast. If they have no coast, they're not gonna have any ships, right? And then we don't have to worry much about the navy. Sounds like a good idea on paper, but we'll see when our reinforcements comes and what is the situation elsewhere. Maybe I can use Hal to check on their numbers. Let me see. Nothing alarming. Nothing too bad. Those guys got wrecked, but... And let's check the numbers over here. Still 0 copper. We could use copper if we get like those 13-inch mortars or something. We could use it, but right now it doesn't really make a lot of sense for us. How about production management over here? We could expand it. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Just easier. The construction numbers are terrible. Maybe if we could capture Savannah, that would be much better for us. No, 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 no. Go over there. Pull through. These are the Hessians. How about the money situation? Alliance offer. Oh, yeah. I would love to see that. We have 3 squadrons. Yeah, we're gonna land over there. If we deny them the coast, they're not gonna be able to make ships. And in the end, that's the idea, I guess. Guys from New Bern, how big of a garrison do we need? We need 1 regiment. You're gonna get out, then you're also gonna get out. Just join the brigade, and we gotta be marching south. What the hell? I'm curious, what is the price? This would be 700 per week. How about for these guys? 750, so they're more expensive. And I would say this is because Hessians have no artillery, I believe. I might be wrong. Cornwallis will be in charge of southern push. We cannot get much. Is there a... Oh, something is happening. This is really powerful in melee. At least they should be. I think they're very close to Grenadiers in quality. We should not care much about what is happening over there. Let's push some other guys. If they're willing to come here piecemeal, we can deal with them as well. We need you, come on. We're gonna focus on some other stuff. It's a major issue. Major issue. But Hessians are just so far superior to everything or anything Americans have that not even funny. We're gonna move you down south. Where's the supply regiment? Do we have a supply regiment somewhere? I'm gonna get you guys out. You're gonna support our push.
Hold the line.
Charlestown is pretty big. I don't think I'm gonna give them. Yeah, this is too much. We're gonna give them some ammunition. That's completely fine. We have some guys in Philly, but they're not really doing much. Let's do this. 150 per week. Not too shabby. Hempstead situation, 24 days. Let's focus on this one. Literally nothing interesting, so I'm gonna turn it off. Oh, over here. Now we could make a couple of changes. How about for you? Insufficient resources. Go over there. Yeah, we're gonna give chance for the Continental Army to form, and this is when we can kill them in one go. We also get the chance to test Hessians on the battlefield.
Push through.
Their provisions and their ammunition situation is not the best, but I can do this one, and then I can do that one.
Regroup here.
Let's have a proper battle. Let me fight, let me fight. They have skirmishers, they have artillery. Pretty interesting. I like the fact that they changed unit cards. So now elites are like a thunder. These are like grenadiers or guards. You get more information about what you're facing. Although I'm not sure what is the difference between these guys. Then why does it say like 6 companies? And is this even possible? They should only have 4 companies per militia regiment, but well, let's see. You guys are awfully quiet today. Or maybe I could just not see the chat. I think I can. Let me just see something real quick before we start with the battle. Guys, if you haven't, consider liking the video. Helps a ton. Let me check. Are these 6-pounders? I'm afraid of their skirmishers. I don't think I equipped all of my skirmishers with proper rifles. These are still brown besses. And we could also make an effort in getting proper skirmishing, well, better weapons for our line infantry as well. We could get upgraded brown besses as well. We still have an advantage over the Americans, no question, but that advantage could be higher or even more significant. Are they uphill? I think they are uphill. Look at Hessians, though. Absolutely badass. 10, 48, and 11. I'm gonna get those guys on the flanks, of course. Our skirmishers will go onto the left. Because this makes the most sense for them. This will be the center. We're gonna have some extra guys over there. What will happen if I push this? Oh, man. I wanted to push the artillery piece on top of a hill, but too risky. We might not even get there and get into contact with the Continental Army. So we're just gonna stay over here and chill. Try to push our flanks. Let's go. Too bad we have no mortars. Hessians get up close and show them what we're made from. And we're also gonna have a double line over here. Let's bring Cornwallis. Well, we're gonna try to occupy tree line. What the hell is this? What kind of nonsense are we looking at? I want to make sure that my light infantry doesn't get destroyed by my own cannons. It did happen to me a couple of times. I like the musket sounds better now. I believe they improved quite a bit. I'm not sure how you guys feel about the sound. I would like more music. Like instruments. Something that the game lacks. But when it comes to actual musket sound, I think it's pretty good. Let's hold the position. And yeah, we can flank them. If they stay where they are, we're gonna flank them. Excellent, their artillery sucks. But if we're not careful, they can use canister and completely destroy us. This is bad. We're overlapping. So let's go back. You guys gotta be supporting this line. Many-one. Nice to see you, friend. Game looks beautiful. I agree. I think the graphics are pretty cool. Or pretty cute. It's nothing like outstanding by today's standards, but it's kind of cute. And if you're this type of game or this type of strategy, it could be a lot of fun. Should we keep pushing the flank? Yeah, I think we should. Our skirmishers are tired, but to be honest, I don't really care. We're winning in the center. We're surrounding them, and we're gonna beat their flanks because we have more men and we have better quality of men at the same time. But some of our companies are taking a beating, of course. Specifically in the center, can we rout them? Let's try to go into melee with Hessians. And I would also like to see sound effects like this, like charging effects or yelling or something. Oh, they're fatigued. How about you charge in? And you also charge it. Well, we try to reposition. That was scary, but luckily they did not land much of a canister. Charge in. We took some POWs. Let's push. Should we be more aggressive? I believe so. We're gonna try to drive a wedge between two of them. By far is the best to kill them when they are running. You do not really want to fight all of them. You just want to make sure you kill them when they try to flee. They broke. I also like the fact that they changed it. Maybe a few patches ago, enemy would just be running away even before the battle starts, but now they're willing to put up a fight. Come on, everybody. Move up. Now we have additional issues. With Hessians, we will have to be able to research Prussian musket. And I don't think Prussian musket is as good as British Brown Bess. It will require us some time to research and then, of course, to produce it. There is a chance we can purchase it, but I'm not sure how available it is on the market. Just try to charge whatever you can, and we're gonna make sure artillery would stop firing. There is no need. We're just risking more casualties or friendly fire. We're gonna continue to charge, even with our skirmishers. Skirmishers can be very powerful in chasing after the enemies, because they have better stamina. They get tired slowly, or slower than light infantry units. But they're kind of crappy or in melee, especially depending on what kind of weapons they're using. If they're using Brown Besses, they can be solid. If they're using proper skirmish rifles, they're gonna be really bad. We're gonna speed it up over here. Nothing else for us to do. Conditioning is pretty bad. After a long fight, of course. That was to be expected. We're okay in the end. Let's make them run, and we're gonna try to capture their battery. Charge in. And we did it. They managed to escape. We didn't do a good job of encircling them, but yeah. Just gonna wait a little bit longer to get conditioning back to normal. And then we're gonna get out and I'll try to take the Atlantic coast away from the Americans. Yeah, we're almost there. These guys took heavy casualties. Let's see, 300 casualties. They took over 2,000. We did not lose a single gun, which is great. How about units? If we check efficiency, of course, artillery. This one was probably using canister. There is no way we can get this amount of kills only with round shot. In the end, this is 6-pounders. We're talking about medium, not heavy artillery. And I said I'm gonna work on tutorials when it comes to combat, but the problem is game is still evolving. They're changing a lot of stuff when it comes to melee and some unit stats and weapons. So it doesn't make any sense for me to spend extraordinary amount of time working on those tutorials, making research when things can just happen in a next patch. Things could change. So yeah, we're gonna wait for the game to stabilize. Because it's still in the development phase. We're gonna be chasing after them. You're gonna do exactly the same. I'm gonna use my general to pick up the weapons. Oh yeah, perfection. I'm not sure if this is normal to get so many men as reinforcements. I've never seen this before. Let's create a fleet once again, and set sail. Okay, we're maintaining our status financially. Yeah, those guys are gone. I'm looking for my cavalry. You guys can go south. Cavalry can be very useful in chasing after the enemy. You should not be wasting your cavalry by just charging in. How is cavalry in this game? Oh, I was just about to say that. Cavalry is in a sweet spot. It's not like heavy cavalry. You can kill like a militia company with it. Or maybe even a line infantry company. But this is not what they're designed to do. They're designed to go after artillery. They're designed to go after skirmishers. They're really good as a flanking force. If you can fix the enemy, then hit it from the flank, they're really good. But if they're facing proper line infantry, they're not gonna do well, considering how expensive they are. And by the way, these guys are 5 times more expensive than your line infantry per man. On top of that, you need to pay for horses, right? So per man, they're very, very expensive, but their regiments are very small. They have 3 companies, and they're not that big. They are expensive, but I think this is a rather sweet spot for them. Let me allow one of these guys. Let's break the brigade. You're gonna go to Charlestown. Anyone, are you familiar with Ultimate General games? Is this your first time watching one of them or playing? I'm gonna go with this one. We should do something with Spain, I think. Because we're allies now with France, I think that this is causing some extra tensions between us and Spain. Well, this is my first Ultimate General game. I've seen other people play before, like Civil War. But for some reason, I never got tempted to play the game until American Revolution. What do we do? The same story because we need extra construction material. These guys are just gonna flee them. I'm okay with that. We gonna go for Savannah and then for King George, and that's it. We're gonna cut off the coast from the Americans. The problem is we're also exposing ourselves big time. Jesus. These are civilian muskets, and I have no idea how many civilian muskets I have left. Because as Britain, you cannot produce civilian muskets. You can capture them from the Americans, and this is where we got the bulk of our civilian muskets, but we cannot really manufacture them during the American campaign. So I'm gonna just go for it, and let me check the situation. Market. We have some Prussian muskets. We have Brown Besses. We have about 800 Charleville 66. 350 Spanish 55s. Shore Brown Besses. We have more than enough. Civilian muskets are like 6,500. Is there any like a US musket? Or maybe this will happen in the future when the Americans gonna upgrade. But now they're relying on civilian muskets. And they're pretty crappy. If we're being honest, they suck.
Charge forward.
This will be a major battle. Do we fight? Or do we wait for extra reinforcements? Yeah, no problem, man. I have a couple of tutorials of this game. If you're interested in learning more about it, you can check them out. They're actually in the description of this live stream. Guys, give me 1 second. Be right back. Now we have the option to go after Savannah. They're gonna have probably about 5,000, maybe even more men, which is concerning. I think we can beat them. The problem is that we still have to maintain those settlements. Once we have them, we have to keep them. Do we have any guys that can come in and assist us over here? I think I could spare a couple of men or a couple of regiments. Let me check. I'm gonna give them Baker rifle. Apply. So you're gonna get out. These guys have no artillery. What is the situation with your artillery? What does it say? A 6-pounder. I'm looking more towards mortars, to be honest. I prefer mortars over 6-pounders. We're gonna go for a Baker rifle. And you're gonna get out. Baker rifle as well. Yes. We're gonna fall back
Push through.
and just wait for extra reinforcements to arrive. These guys got wrecked. Look at this. If you want to repair your ships, you should usually go to a settlement with high construction points. The problem is, I don't think we have high construction points outside of... what is the situation here? Maybe Georgetown is not too bad. That's okay. No, no, no. Run, 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 run. How the hell? Just hoping they pull through. This is additional problem with a live game like this. In Total War, you have a turn and then you chill for a long period of time, you know, minding your own business, and you have to be on alert only when the turn ends. But the problem here is that you have so many areas where the enemies can attack, and if you're sleeping and not paying attention, you can get wrecked. Even like losing your commander-in-chief or just losing the campaign if you're not careful enough. We're getting extra loyalty in, yeah, it's plus 0.5, minus 0.3, but that's still not enough because of the events. And I have to build something up. Are we getting those guys? We are. We are also training men. By the way, I can check on the situation when it comes to ammunition. We have plenty of ammunition. Over 1,200. If you're training your guys... Oh, look at this. Did not even see it. I guess this guy would be the best fit. As I said, if you're training your guys, you're using basically ammunition. It doesn't cost any money. It just costs ammunition. And we're not producing it, we're just capturing it from the Americans right now because our production capacity is pretty low. 36. Not too bad, but not great. How about ships? Are we producing any ships? Nope. But we have a bunch of transports. We have a bunch of merchant ships that we're using to trade. Merchant ships are not physical ships. They don't really exist physically in the game. They're only used to virtually like trade between the Europe and the colonies. What else we could do? We could go to construction management. And let me go down. So there are different types of raw materials. If we talk about construction material, if we talk about like iron ore or copper, you use mine to kind of beef up the production of those kind of things. But if we talk about actual resources, like provisions or tobacco, or yeah, if you build those kind of things, agriculture, you're gonna get more of it, and this is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure we have some extra. Come on, I'm clicking on it. Sometimes it's, you know, not working that well. We're out of materials, and I wanted to check something else. We are here. Then we're getting also sugarcane. Whenever you build this one, depending on what is the situation with a specific region, you can see that you're getting like sugarcane or cotton, and you can use cotton. Actually, cotton is not necessary for textile production. In the past, they made sure that if you did not own cotton, you could not produce textile, but now you can. With sugar, basically this is sugarcane, and you need buildings that will turn sugarcane into sugar. You need industry, but you can still sell it. It doesn't matter. Even if you don't have a lot of industry, you can sell it for profits. And the way you kind of build up those numbers is by having agricultural infrastructure. This is what we're building right now. Some areas are more famous for tobacco. Some areas are more famous for rum production, depending on the where it is in the geographically speaking. But I talked about gold mine, and let's see, we finished our third mine in Quebec, and yeah, we're getting extra. Hey dude, just stopped by to let you know we're discussing you on the server. I muted Discord due to the stream. I'm gonna join you guys a bit later if you're there after the stream. Yeah, I'm sure he made you. I'm quite sure you didn't have anything to do with that. There also might be diminishing returns. Not quite sure. Before it was 1,440, I believe. Now we're getting only... Does it have something to do with government effect? I don't know. I'm gonna do some testing, by the way. I'm gonna do some testing. I have a couple of saves, and I'm gonna go back and check on the statistics. I also need to do like the upgraded economy tutorial. And I will need to get my facts straight. No dissing? Yeah, I don't care. You can do whatever you like. I would just say that I'm disappointed, that is. How about the movie night tomorrow? Did you guys talk about it? I could potentially make it. I have a bunch of guys in Philly, and they're just sitting there and doing nothing. But I keep them as a strategic reserve in case sometimes what happens is even though you have high loyalty, there is an event which triggers the revolt in a specific region. And if we do not have any reserves, we're going to have a lot of difficulty. Yeah. So if these guys have to go all the way from the south to north, this is a big concern. He doesn't talk to me? Only in my head? Well... If you guys can get yourself to communicate, that would be awesome. As I said, it depends on a couple of things, but if you guys are up for it, then yeah, I can make sure to be there on time. And for other guys that are watching the stream and are not on Discord channel, you can join my Discord channel in the description below. And we do some other stuff. We play games from time to time, and occasionally we watch movies. Yeah, you make sure you ask them, and then let me know if there is a consensus. Could push some of those guys back. Because we are utilizing our provisions, and once we are out of provisions, could be a problem. What should I build? This one, and then this one. Things are looking a bit better. I'm gonna go for this one. Let me go to headquarters. Oh, now salary is a big problem. We have to start paying them more. How big is the difference in salary? Oh, come on. This will be 34,500, and we also have ships to take into account. $38. About 4,000 more. I think we could afford this, so I'm gonna go and wait the hell I can collect properly. This is safer. This is a safer bet. We're gonna pay more money, but we're gonna have better morale in battles. We're spreading the vision, spreading the joy. We have additional brigade, about 2,000 men. And I think we would be ready to go after Savannah now.
Hold the line.
How big is the garrison over there? These are the old numbers, I believe. Now you guys can stay there. Let's go. We're done with this technology, and then what should we go for? Government efficiency is very, very attractive, and then we can get tax loyalty. Yeah, just like that.
Keep moving.
Do you want us to run it? I can set up the event. You can set it up 8 o'clock Central European time for tomorrow. If guys are willing to participate, I'm gonna show up with the movie, and that's my concern. Yeah, we're gonna fight before their reinforcements can arrive. Let's start. What the hell? Interesting. And Betty One, you're so right about this map. It's a beautiful game, and step forward. Oh, you're writing about the previous stuff. Step 2 would be for those guys. Hey, does this mean that we cannot use our cavalry? Am I going crazy? Quite interesting. It just looks good, simply as that. Hey, nobody told me we gotta fight. Try to take the fort. Wait, are we really taking forts? Why the hell we are fighting around the fort? There's no fort there. Savannah is not a fort. And I believe we have 0 mortars, right? Damn it, this could be very, very costly. How do we play this one? Did not expect a fort fight. Problem with bigger fort is that they can actually put a lot of men inside. And if they're inside, they're well protected. Would be much better if we had... let's move up. It would be much better if we had mortars. But I think these guys have no mortars. Only field guns. Horatio Dixon. Ten-year-old me would so much laugh so much about this guy's name, but now I'm old enough not to do that. One would think. Let's move up. I will try to better organize a bit later, but now important thing is to approach the fort. We're gonna get peppered from those walls. Well, you're the youngest guy over here, so I'm gonna, you know, accept it for what it is. You cannot help it. Not mature enough, I would say. Should we speed it up? It's just a question of time when we get into the range of these guys. By the way, forest would not protect you from enemy artillery. Where are our skirmishers? We're gonna slowly start surrounding the fort. By the way, this is the best best thing you can do. Just surround the fort. Oh, I can hear a cannon? Let's try to retreat. Move up with skirmishers. Get into the forest or tree line. This could be pretty good for us. Because, guys, remember, we have brown besses, they have inferior weapons. And we have better positioning. They are on top of a hill, which gives them some advantage, but... I feel like we have the advantage in this case. It would be better if we had the howitzers. Hold the fort. Okay. That we shall. This is a militia unit. Yep, right. Oh, seems like they're getting some reinforcements. Am I dreaming this, or...? This might be really happening. Oh, cavalry, damn it. Native cavalry. You guys run. You're gonna get wrecked. Absolutely wrecked by that cavalry unit. What the hell? I cannot remember seeing any Native Americans. Oh boy, we're gonna get wrecked. You just run. Yeah, we're gonna try to do something about it. Let's reorganize. You guys gonna move forward? They're quite powerful in melee. They got nerfed one of the previous patches, but they're still very, very powerful. Let's reposition, as we said before. Open fire. Yeah, we're killing some of them. But I believe I want to fall back. Want to, you know, think it through. Oh, these are Hessians coming in. And why are they coming from this direction? I know they're experimenting with these battles. They said like they're gonna include more of set piece battles in the campaign, but this is the first time I see something like this. Let's move one more company of Hessians. Right now we're under a lot of pressure everywhere. Let's move forward into the tree line. These guys gonna guard the artillery. Brown Bass, how about for you guys? Still Brown Bass. We did not change a lot of their weapons. This one's getting quite confusing. And if we had our own cavalry, we could do a better job. Those guys are just gonna keep running away. Cowards. One more, come on. That's good. Seems like everything is a trap nowadays. I do not understand why they're over here. And how come they're coming behind me? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I feel like Caesar right now in goal. Besieging and being besieged at the same time. You're gonna go on their flank and just move forward. If we need, we're just gonna charge them. Yeah, charge those guys. Flanking, excellent. This one is pretty good. Let's form a flank for those guys. We're gonna fall back. Check the main line. We're also on the clock, right? I'm not sure if we have if this is a timer or what until we have to take the fort. Could be. If we have unlimited time, then nobody cares, but I'm afraid this is not true. They're everywhere. As long as we can deny them getting inside of the fort, things should be okay. Nah, stay where you are. We're gonna push you forward. And those guys are breaking. Excellent. Let's reform. The red-blue line is the balance of power? Yep, exactly. Should be something like that. We're gonna hold. Seems like they have extra men over here. And there's their artillery. Right now we're outside of their range. Okay, this might be a problem. If we have no safe rear, what could happen is that we'll have to force charge one side or two sides. I don't think we'll be able to properly envelop the fort, which is a big deal. Oh, I really wish we had better positioning. Yeah, I think we should give up this position. I don't care about it. Just go back. We need to do something about that fort. And they have a lot of men over here, so maybe go after them. Oh, finally we have our own cavalry. Let's move up. Were there weapons? Dragoon Carbine 57. This is basically the best thing you can get. Let's actually deal with those guys real quick. Their job would be mopping up the enemy force. And maybe we can try to force enemy cavalry into fighting us as well. Their cavalry is better, but we have numerical superiority. Let's also reposition. Okay, that might be a bad idea. Just stop firing for a second. Until we can kill them. Yep, we did. Let's go back. Enemy cavalry is still active in our rear. POWs move elsewhere. And I think it's time to really think about the fort. We might fail. This is not a proper army to deal with the fort. Only 13 kills for these guys. They're almost running out of ammunition. And you can see why they're not really meant for this type of work. Let's move up. Take our skirmishers. What are their weapons? Baker rifles. They can do a lot of killing. Look at their KDA ratio. 17-3. We're gonna move you forward and just use canister. They don't really charge in. It's such a distraction. Nothing else to say about them. I'm gonna go after them with my own cav. And we're hoping to catch them. Artillery's running out of ammunition. Let's say that things are not looking great for us right now. Let's push up with skirmishers. As I said multiple times before, the best thing to do is to basically surround the fort. If you can. That is. Just kill them. Okay, nice charge. For 3 sides, they should be breaking. Yep. They are no more. "29 kills for these guys. Excellent. Let's move up. This could be quite nasty for us if we have to charge in. So what do you get back capturing people? You can get their weapons. This is one thing. The second thing is if you have prisoners, you can exchange them for money, for, you know, other benefits. We're gonna fall back. Might be a bad exchange. And also, if you have prisoners, you can force them into basically slavery, and then you can have faster construction. in your settlements. Let's move those guys up. The closer we get with our artillery, the more efficient they will be. And we're already kind of struggling. We don't have much time. Those guys gonna go there. We need those skirmishers on the flanks. We need a lot of line infantry. These guys might break. We could have serious issues charging uphill into the musket fire. Yeah, they're useful. They can do quite a bit. Enemies can take them back. Like, if enemy troops are close, they can really take those guys back. You can do the same with your own POWs. Sometimes you can bait the AI. They just have way too many men. Or... yeah, I think this would be mission impossible for us. Considering it's a fort and everything, would not be easy. We can try, but I don't guarantee success. Cornwallis, should be forward. We are using the canister. Let's get closer. Even for those guys as well. You see how powerful canister can be? Are they still getting reinforced? Seems like they are. Their artillery firing? Legit cannot tell. You guys move up. I could also risk my cavalry, but I don't want to. I don't think cavalry is very good at charging forts. You know, having to fight a fortification, it's a completely different beast. Let's move forward. We're gonna charge those guys and see how it ends. Charge! These guys might pepper us from the top with canister. This might be very successful, or this might be tragic. You never know. Because defending units get huge buffs when on top of walls. Let's push even more. Let's charge up the wall. Do we have any units that are fresh? Oh yeah, we have Hessians. Now you can charge directly. Before you couldn't do that. You had to go like on the other side. Cornwallis, move up, buddy. Oh, look at that. We're gonna get wrecked. I haven't seen their reinforcements. Let's reposition. They're running away! Running away! Cowards! Now let's reposition our skirmishers. Cornwallis, go over there. You guys gonna hold the flank. We're gonna move up. Charge it. We should be able to hold the fort. I'm not quite sure what the casualty list will show a bit later, but completely forgot about my cavalry. That's also true. Misusing it big time. Our artillery is out of ammunition. That means that they can still fire. At least they should. In the past, they used to fire still. But the problem would be they would fire much slower than usual. Let's... charge in. You're gonna kill them. Those guys are breaking because... Look at those guys. 3 chevrons. Insane melee stats. Sorry about the phone. We took control of the fort. Charge in. You guys redeploy. Let's push. Try to exploit. Just gonna kill them. Reposition, of course. Charge in. I like the slower pace. I think the battles, especially melee, was way faster before. But I like this one better. I think it's more strategic. Gives you extra time to prepare. And to kind of position your men properly. Those guys are non-existing. 26 men in the company. Just gonna charge in, do the same. Mop them up. Yep, seems like we won. Let's reposition. You guys gonna take position of the palisade. Come on. Just a little bit more. Let's capture everyone. How about the stat line? 72-17 for these guys. 84-9. But yeah, they have Baker rifles. And that's the reason they're so powerful. Flank charge. Make them flee. Excellent. I'm really happy with my cavalry and their performance. As I said, cavalry is very expensive. And sometimes not that easy to use, but if you use it the right way, you can capture a lot of enemies. And the major thing is just preventing enemies from fleeing. Because if they flee, they can recover and get back in no time. It would be cool if they allowed the variable time, like in Gates of Hell. Maybe assigning a difficulty. Good idea. Okay, we can kill those guys as well. I'm interested to see the casualties. Excellent. Those guys surrendered. Look at the carnage, though. I like all the small details. In the past, you were not able to charge the fort directly. There are like some angles that could not be charged, especially like stone walls, but now you can. And I guess this is a pathing issue. They decided that it's better to have all the parts of the fort accessible to the attacker. Before, you just had to go over here and you know, it was kind of more choke points. Nowadays it's smoother, but I feel like it's not fair that I can just charge enemy artillery like that. Probably debuffs are bigger now if you're charging straight or something, but yeah, if you're using grenadiers to charge enemy battery, it's GG. How do you guys feel about the battle? For me, it was kind of fun, surprising, but fun. We took heavier casualties than expected, of course. Maybe about 750. They took almost 3,000. And one of our units was not allowed to fight. Well, if you guys haven't, consider subscribing. For more content. I'm probably gonna cut down on live streams though. Maybe Friday and Saturday, and I'm gonna try to make some higher quality material for you guys. We finally took Savannah. We're gonna face those guys off. Come on. George! Hessians! Nah, I'm gonna wait. And, Medione, you asked about what happens with, POWs. Well, this is one of the answers. So, if we release 200 POWs, we get, like, 5 cigars. And we can sell them, we can use them for something else. I don't think we need it because we have a lot of money, so we're gonna keep those guys in, and they're gonna beef up our construction time, working as our slaves. Let's capture their equipment. Let's see how... not that impressive. We're struggling for ammunition. We need a supply regiment. Fort King George will be something we have to fight for. I could expect that type of battle for Fort King George. I have no idea why it happened around Savannah, so it might be a bug. You guys gonna get inside. Join garrison. Yeah, things are looking bad in Savannah. Let's get the same thing. Carpenter. This is another thing. If you're not controlling the entire region, you're gonna get less of production, including construction points as well. Yo, Will, how are you, buddy? Are you still playing the game? And I know that Will is a player of the game. So how do you feel about the current situation? Are you happy with the changes or not? We haven't had the time to talk about the changes in the game. Block the merchant fleet access to... Really? Did we block it? Yeah, we did block a lot of things in the south because I was afraid that my ship's gonna get destroyed, my merchant ships, and we have something extra. You guys gonna go and we're gonna support them. I would advise waiting for a discount, maybe around Christmas time. There's usually a discount on Steam, so we're not gonna fight this one. Just gonna charge in and take them down. Let's take Fort King George, and that should be it. We'll see if there are instances of American Navy showing up. It shouldn't be the case anymore because now they have no port. At least this is something I'm hoping for. I'm gonna go with... Nah, this is a bad idea. Bad idea. Let's go for printing press, and we're gonna go for merchant stall. Another way to make money. We're gonna close this one. Yeah, we should be able to put all of those guys over there. How about in Savannah? We can have a large garrison. I'm gonna move my cavalry elsewhere. Are there still enemy ships? How? Okay, maybe they were somewhere else, or they were elsewhere. Let me check. Just gonna go with this one. We need newspapers, and then the merchant stall, the same as before. Over here, merchant stall. We need money. More and more money. Petersburg or Petersburg? Around Norfolk, things are looking grim. Loyalty per week is rather good, but we have a lot of events that say otherwise. So I'm gonna go with Carpenter Shop, and I'm gonna go for Merchant Stall at the same time. We do not have much in Richmond, Virginia. How about like a blacksmith? Yeah. Extra money is necessary. We're gonna wait for Monday to get some extra stuff, and we're gonna check on our financial situation. Okay, America's gonna have some additional issues with the natives, which is something that should make us very happy. It seems like we are making more money. What's the situation in Monroe and Philly? I can do this one. I also need to do some testing to see what is happening with tobacco and cigars and other stuff as well. Okay, you guys can create an event, and then I will be there as well. The problem with this one, look, I'm gonna pause the game. I'm gonna try to talk about it a little bit. Whenever you're selling stuff on the market, so you can have like 100 of something. If we talk about for usually the price will drop. Let's see, if we sell one, you get 263, right? And if we sell 10, it's not that bad, actually. I need to see like how big of a drop off this is. So when you sell at higher quantity, the price of a single thing drops. You know, kind of a discount, right? Saturation of the market, whatever you like to call it. And sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's worse. You can see how it diminishes in price. What I'm worried about, if you invest into the industry, what can happen is that if you have a lot of things to sell, because you have to pay for, you know, transforming sugarcane into sugar, that this might not justify the price. But I need to do some homework when it comes to this. I need to do some testing to see like when is the breaking point and how much you need to invest. It's also okay to sell like raw sugar cane or tobacco. That there's nothing wrong about it. Over here, I think I can do this one. I'm gonna look for this. We can get some extra tobacco. Right, so the thing to see is what is the rate of price decline by numbers in the same time period. Yeah, it's a tedious type of work. But if I'm gonna upgrade my economic tutorial, I'm probably gonna have to do that. I'm just gonna check with Panda to see if, you know, they're doing something big. They're planning to make some major changes in the economy before I do something like that, because it will require a lot of my time. Let's do this. Trade center. Should we change something over there? How about York? Should we focus on horses? Well, I remember I made the first economic tutorial. It took me like a couple of days. Like the first I did about this game. And basically 2 days later, there was a new patch that changed everything when it comes to trading. And my primary focus was on how to make money by trading. So sometimes those things happen. I'm gonna cancel this one. For Herkimer, things are looking up. We do not have enough construction material for a church. How about Stanford? I think the population is growing. I think it was like 1,000 something in Stanford. I might be wrong though. Completely forgot about these two, so something to do over there. Canada Sega as well needs some upgrades. Newtown, but we are only in Tuesday. We have to wait for a very, very long time until we can make some serious changes. How about Quebec? Castine. I could consider upgrading this one. It's so easy when you play the British. You don't really have to worry about the, you know, off-map invasions. Kind of simplifies things. You have to worry about other stuff, but this one is making it easier. Oh, now we have Glasgow. Completely forgot about it. Liverpool. 10 days for these guys to arrive. Let me check. 40 copper. Rather cool. Let me check headquarters. And how far are we from siege artillery? We're about 20 turns far away from it, and then I'm gonna unlock it. Gonna speedrun it, and then we're gonna have 13-inch mortars available. Bounty is also pretty low, but I cannot see how big of a debuff. Minus 17. If I go higher, can we keep it under minus 10? Yeah, it's somewhat better. We need extra infrastructure in some of these regions because the only way to unlock this is by building infrastructure. Foreign Relations Committee, I completely forgot about this one. We could do something about situation with France or Spain, but things are looking up. How about with these guys? Greeks. Trade agreement with them declined by 20. Let's do that. We want to make sure we do not have any enemies, and I think that the American Navy is no more, because as I said before, they don't have forts, they have ports, and there is nowhere to train the Navy. Let me check. We're gonna give them firearms and efficiency. Fourth pit. Okay, cool. We're gonna get them stamina. These guys have 2 potential upgrades. Willpower, melon, stamina. We're gonna use them for charging in and basically fighting in melee. This is the reason why I'm upgrading this one. Oh, look at those guys. Completely forgot about them. Yeah, 10, 15. Oh, completely forgot about this one. We're gonna go with a printing press and probably a church. Yeah, I want to make people happy. And if we don't have to... Nah, you know what? It doesn't pay off. I will always have to protect this fort, so it doesn't make any sense. Always have to manage it. I don't care about loyalty, because we're going to have guards inside. We're going to make some money. Or do something useful. Weaver's House is also a good choice. We haven't done that in a while. Only 4% in Savannah. Oh, this is devastating. So basically, the entire Falcon is now without its crew. Not great. I'm gonna put you guys where? We're gonna send you to different positions. What is the problem? I would say a lack of weapons. Yeah, basically no Prussian muskets. This is what I was talking about before. I'm not gonna speed this one up. I don't care about it. Navigation Act. Could be cool to have. I don't think the Secret Service is that big of a deal, to be honest. I could also start paying for some intelligence. I'm gonna stop training. Once we get this one, Prussian musket, should be actually easy to get. Maybe I should consider this one. We could always go for 76 Brown Bess, and later we could go for 78. The question is if this is worth our time and research. Maybe we can get only this one, and then slowly try to change stuff. It's only 38 days to finish, so it might be okay. But I'm not sure if I will be okay with getting this one. It would take so much time. Maybe we can research something better. I wish you could set up secondary research. Can we buy it? Nothing on the market. That's the problem with mercenaries. You know what? We're gonna go all the way north. Into New Haven. Go over there. Because construction points are very high, that means that they gotta repair ships and refit them much faster. Let's get some extra infrastructure. We're 170. Not too bad. Not too bad. Can I pay for this? Yeah, I think I can. Over here, we need to do some upgrades. As I said before, Town Hall would be good to have. Fur trade, it's a must. If we're gonna make some money, we have to do it this way. Fort Ontario, merchant stall. This one, and what else can we do? Tax office, by the way, is useless in kind of cities with small workforce, because your extra income depends on the workforce. With merchant stall, you get basically like fixed income plus a variable that comes in with the size of workforce. But with this one, you basically get nothing. It's useless. It's just gonna tank your loyalty. We're gonna go for a church in Canada Sega. I'm gonna go for a merchant stall, and then we're gonna build an upgrade. Over there, Russell. What do we do with you, Russell? We can always upgrade the fort, but I feel like it's a waste of money for the time being. We might change our mind a bit later, but now a Montreal capital for sure. That'll mean extra income, and we'll be able to get some better buildings. Mill. I don't think this is necessary. Maybe we can get a better printing press. How about over here? Everything is cool. Let's do that one. Yeah, things are looking better. Yeah, I said I'm going to upgrade Castine as well. Let's speed it up. Come on, enemy ship. Can I break those guys into smaller navies? Yeah, we can. We're gonna send some of you over there. But this should effectively be the end of organized American resistance. Oh, I forgot about those guys. We're gonna go... Yeah, I think that this will be a good place to disembark. Let's speed it up. It will take a couple of days for them to arrive. We can get extra money, but as I said, I'm not really interested in extra money. We're making about maybe 12,000 or about 10,000 per week, more than we're spending. If we disregard construction, of course. I'm gonna close it. I assume you're posting your streams over the server. Some of these comments are quite insightful. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I know I can repeat myself. Could be boring, but there are always new players and people that are just getting into the game. There's a war. And that's cool. We're gonna build the infrastructure in Quebec. I'm not sure why Hartford has only a few slots. Can never really understand why they have limited slots. Building infrastructure is also very pricey. Let me check this one. We're gonna go for loyalty. Yeah, I'm gonna speed this one up. Royal Fusiliers. Could be interesting to have, for sure. We could also go for Dragoon Carabine later and then Ferguson Rifle, which would be probably the end goal for our skirmishers. But if we want to use our Ferguson Rifle, we need more production capacity. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to produce it in big enough numbers. Let's go for this one. Navigation Act. Government efficiency, tax loyalty. Maybe this one is worth speeding up. Trade posts. Once again, we're getting closer to monopoly. Because once we get fur factory, our economy is going to explode. Yeah, I'll take that as a compliment. Let me build a trade center over here, printing press. Do we really need it? Man, I'm gonna go. Not enough resource. We should capture Fort Pitt. That should not be a problem. We have some reserves in Philly, and we're probably gonna use them to go after that fort. I just need to check. Now let's build a capital, and we're gonna do the same over here. Fort Sullivan. As I mentioned before, these forts will have to be manned regardless of the situation. So I don't see the point of getting any loyalty there. Because if you're going to have to keep your men inside the fort, you should be trying to make some money out of it. Or getting something useful for you, for yourself. I could get the printing press. But nope. I could get a blacksmith. Yeah, that might be better. We're upgrading stuff in Canada Sega. We could get one more. And this one. Transportation time. I don't think this is particularly useful. Naval damage could be good. We could get some better cannons for our ships. Now let's just go for HMS Victory. Regardless of the situation, we don't have to make good decisions when it comes to Navy because American Navy is no more. I just want to see HMS Victory. We are losing some money because of the construction. But keep in mind that now we're paying for the first time ever, we're paying for intelligence costs. The more you pay, the more detailed information you will get. But there's a point in time where it just doesn't pay off to do that anymore. I'm gonna go for newspaper, and I'm gonna go for merchant stall. We said money is very, very important, and if you can, we're gonna increase. Let me check. We have almost 1,000 specialists. We cannot do much. We have to speed it up. I also need to check on the enemy numbers. tax collected. We have a lot of reputation now. Yeah, I think this one is worth it. Secret Santa Service. Intelligence cost, this could be good. I don't think anything else that might be remotely as useful. Yeah, let's go for this one. And it's relatively easy to obtain. And I forgot about something. Recruits, things are looking pretty good. Are we missing something? Seems like we have enough iron. Okay, let's apply. Should we double Baker rifle? Yeah, what if we did that? Let's go to muskets. Baker rifle. Yep. I'm just gonna go down with Brown Bess, and now they'll be producing double the speed Baker rifles. And then I'm gonna probably ship some of them back to the colonies and try to equip all of my skirmishers with those. Oh, be right back, guys. We are back. And I also wanted to do something that I forgot completely. 13-inch mortar. We have 80 copper. That's a lot. Yeah, this is better. I'm curious about the production in colonies. Let's see. We have 37 production points, well, which is not too bad. Showbrow Best, this is way too much. We don't need it. We're just gonna turn it off. And cannons. Let me check. Now we can do it over here, but then I have to go back to colonies and maybe limit that production because the numbers can be insane. We are also paying a lot of money for it, so we're not gonna do continuous production. We're gonna do like 30. Let's put it that way. That's safer. Let's be patient. One more day. We should be close. Let me check. We need some extra money. How about over there? Let's get newspaper, increase loyalty, merchant stall once again. Lumber mill would be great. Eventually, we will get whatever we need, and then lumber mills will stop being as important as they are right now. But let's go for tobacconist, trade depot, and we can go for blacksmith. Why not? We need to spice it up a little. A newspaper, and then the merchant stall once again. They might be pushing. I'll move up. We can take Fort Pitt, I'm sure, with only one brigade. That should be possible. Something we have to worry about. Situation in Philly is looking good. Let me check for those guys. We're gonna give them some extra willpower because they're a militia unit. Firearms efficiency. Yeah, we're good. Smitty can also get something extra, like firearms. Let's move up. We're gonna move towards Fort Pitt.
Victory or death.
We'll move down. Let me check. How about Baltimore? Baltimore's situation is improving. Get you stamina. Let's get you efficiency. We also need to change the officer because this one got killed. Let's do that. And we gotta move you south to orange. Winchester, Norfolk, Williamsburg. Yeah, we really need garrisons over there. Because without those garrisons... Get closer. We want to check the size of Continental Army. Jesus, look at the drop of loyalty everywhere.
Advance quickly.
We can capture it, but not now. I will fall back. By the way, this is our commander-in-chief. If he dies, we lose the campaign. Would be a terrible thing to happen. I remember once I almost lost to George Washington during a battle. He got charged by enemy cavalry and had to send my line infantry to rescue him, but was very, very close. He almost died. Two regiments, not a big deal. Not really a big deal. These guys are getting better. I could also save some money. There is a chance we don't need as big of a navy, and I could get rid of some of my ships. I like that tension in the game, though. If you're unwary, many hours of personal work on the campaign could be lost. Come on. Just gonna pause it real quick until I decide what to do with these guys. Yeah, but it's a stressor because you're paying attention to other things on the map, and let's go back. Get newspapers, and then we gotta get merchant stall, I guess, and then a church. How about over here, a newspaper and a church? As somebody said before, like, people like to see YouTubers sweating. Whatever you play, like, people like to see you sweat. Let's change the guy, replace him with somebody, but do we have a qualified character? Would not say so, unfortunately.
Victory or death.
Yeah, they don't have much.
Push through.
Let's see if we can take Fort Pitt. Depending on the situation, we might be able to, or we might not be. If they get some extra reinforcements, then you'll have to turn back. Let's get this one. Monroe, Dover. I'm gonna make an upgrade over here. Town Hall, Trade Center. Can we do trade? Yeah, let's do trade. Trade is always good. Although sometimes there are diminishing returns. When you trade the same type of good, you make less money occasionally. We do not have enough. That's not too bad. Let's see what is happening with Fort Pitt. We have 11 days to capture it. New Spain established the fortification to secure its position in Upper California and San Francisco Bay. The construction of these fortifications reflects Spain's ambition to enhance its influence in the Americas. So West Florida, East Florida, and things are looking worse. War between the natives. Eighth-inch mortar, that's okay.
Press the attack.
Let's go after the fort. Yeah, we gotta say yes. Charge in. Even though their condition is bad, there's no way enemies can survive this. We have like almost 10-1 on them. And this is a small fort. Yeah, as I said before, Native Americans might not like what we were doing over here. We're gonna leave brigade, and you gonna get inside the fort. Fort Westall. Maybe we can take that one too. Let's see. Construction numbers are going up, which is great. We also gonna need to make some money, like that. How about over here, trade center? So at this point in development, you feel the British campaign is more enjoyable than the American campaign. How could that be changed, and should it be? Well, I think if you play American campaign, things are more upsetting, at least when I played it, but I finished my last American campaign a few months ago. You have to worry about a lot of stuff. Constant British invasions, sometimes, you know, from the north or from the west, or depending on what is the size of the map at that point. So you have to be on your heels. Naval invasions are son of a bitch to deal with. Also, potential enemies in Spain and France. You know, it wasn't that easy. Now diplomacy made things much easier, and you can maintain your relationship with those European powers like you couldn't before, and that means that you don't have to deal with them. Like maybe they also changed the difficulty setting overall. So next time I play American campaign, that will be on hard, and after I finish that campaign, I think I'm gonna do like overall review of the game, and I will be focusing more on tutorials than anything else.
Regroup here.
But American campaign is at the same time easier and more challenging because you're fighting with inferior weapons. But what is easier is the fact that you only have to manage the colonies. With the British, you have to manage both colonies and the home country. And trade, and then you have to worry about the American Navy, and yeah, it's both are challenging in its own way. But I think that by doing this, campaign is easier now. Should we get 10 rum? I don't care much about rum.
Push through.
Yeah, I used to play the game way more back in the day. Now I play it like 3 or 4 hours every week. Which is not enough. Should we go for Royal Fusiliers? And then Dragoon Carabine, and then we can get Ferguson rifles. Or we have the option to go for this tree like Royal Guards. This one is pretty cool as well. And these ones are also very cheap. Let's get this one, even though it's kind of late in the campaign, but we're gonna go for it. Military administration. Government efficiency. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna move south just to check their garrisons. It says 2 regiments, basically, so this number is not accurate, I believe.
Advance quickly.
Yeah. Nothing special. Let's go for tax loyalty. Although I'm not sure how they calculate tax loyalty.
Keep moving.
I'm just assuming like increased loyalty overall. Oh, cool. We can take it for free.
Keep moving.
There also might be a time when we want to improve fortifications. We want to build up these forts to level 2 at least. This is something that I really dislike about the game. I think that natives are not as scary as they should be. I'm not sure why they made it like this. I think that if you take those forts, this should make natives kind of angry and dislike you. Which is normal, you're intruding on their land, of course. But also, if you're in war with the natives, they should be able to attack you properly. If you're in war with the natives, they're just gonna go and then pick up on some of your settlements that are left unguarded. They're gonna ravage it, and you're gonna spend ton of money getting it back to original self, right? But if they would actually use their numerical superiority to hit some of your settlements, you'll have to put up a fight. And this doesn't happen in the game. As I said, they could use different methods to make the game more interesting. There's probably a reason why they didn't do it. I did not get the time to ask Panda for it. But maybe there will be a chance some other time. We're getting some extra money, extra reputation, which is pretty cool. This fort will have to be held regardless of the situation, as I said before. So I'm just gonna build up some economy over there. And they should make it the same as invasions. The same as if you're playing as Americans, you're gonna have British invasions from time to time. They should do the same with the natives. If you're at war with specific native tribe, from time to time they should be able to kind of organize and go after one of your forts or settlements. And this will incentivize the player to capture all the borderline forts, to clean up all the settlements over there. If the player cleans up the settlements from the natives, they should be completely destroyed. No coming back from it. Just a reward for the player, and then you will have an idea of controlling all the forts on the frontier, and then investing in them, keeping them well manned and supplied. So in the case of an attack, you can defend those forts because natives do not have any artillery, and this could help you out a lot. But if you're in open field battle, this is where their kind of melee stats will get into play, and they could cause a lot of trouble for you. So I think this will be a way superior mechanic than what we have today. But they have their own plans for the game and what they think is good. There's a problem with what exactly. We do not have enough 6-pounders. And I'm not going to bother with 3-pounders. They're kind of useless. They just cost a lot of money and they don't give you much. By the way, price of the company, artillery company, is the same regardless of the caliber of the gun or the type of the gun. I think I could change it. How about we get mortars and let's get those bad boys. I don't care about this one. We're gonna do the same trick. And we're gonna go to production management, and we're gonna stop producing Brown Best 69s. Go to muskets and see Brown Best 76. Let's see the difference. 1.8, 2.2 is the same. How about efficiency? 1052, 11.5, 1050. I'm not sure if it's worth it changing it, but okay. we've got ourselves a new gun, and it's more difficult to manufacture as well. One of the downsides of this. Just gonna keep it there. We're getting more production points, which is pretty good. But it seems like we're running out of iron. And now let's go to construction management. We're gonna build some extra mines. Because as we said, we need iron ore. Can I... Okay, we're doing it over here. We can do it in New York. And yeah, we're running out of construction material once again. Oh. Spaniards. Are they gonna wage war? Yeah, I think so. Let's move up, and I'm also gonna check something. I completely forgot about the machine equipment for these guys. A Baker rifle, and we should do the same over here. Let me just check the difference between 1529 8.2 and so 1052. Basically, it's faster to reload the Brown Bess. And melee stats are better for Brown Bess, but actual damage is bigger. And not to mention the range as well. That's okay. Now we're gonna keep those for construction purposes. And if we really need money, we're gonna
Keep moving.
deal with them. Nothing big. Everything is solid. There's literally nothing to worry about. We're slowly getting more and more construction points. You guys might think that this is not much, but we're, you know, every week we're getting more and more. That's quite something. New Bern, Bath, Harburg, Halifax, Trade Depot. I would like to see Blacksmith. Once again. I think I'm going to go for Tobacconist and Trade Depot again. Just making money. We have Chain of Bad Events, and you can see loyalty in Dover versus Cambridge. Huge difference. Baltimore is holding on. Loyalty is excellent. Maybe not excellent, but pretty good. Philly situation is really good. Freehold. I could go for this one as well in Easton. You know, spending more money. Is usually a good idea. No need for printing press. Maybe expanding Town Hall, Stamford as well. Okay, no, not bad in Portsmouth. I also need to check my... Completely forgot about this one. The state of provisions, and we're gonna go to supply. No, actually, we're gonna go to resources. Come on, we should have provisions, right? I'm hoping we're not selling all of our provisions, because that would be terrible. The reason I cannot see them is probably because they don't exist. That might mean that we're selling them. Am I blind? Look at the ships. Let me check musket. Eventually, we're gonna try to transition to a better musket. But for the time being, we're gonna stay where we are. And tax policy, that's okay. This one we can speed up until we get to Fur Factory. Mining cost will be minus 7%. Unit ammunition plus 5%. Production cost minus 5%. Ship maintenance cost is not that big of a deal. And how about we get rid of some of our navy, as I mentioned before? Let's pause it. We do not need that many ships. We can get rid of all of them. If we get into any kind of trouble with European powers, then yeah. I think I'll be getting my navy back. Look at the number of recruits. Insane. What could we do? This one. Let's check how much we are paying for 13,000 for fleet salary. 9,500. Let's speed it up. See the next week. We got rid of 12 ships. Some of them were really small, some of them were kind of major ships. We don't have a ship of a line, but we will see how much we have to pay for. Georgetown, desertion. Yeah, we're paying less. We're paying less in maintenance, about 3,000, about 2,500 less in salary, and like 2,000 in repair. Cassian Fly, we're gonna have less provisions than we had before. But that's okay. How about Hartford? Yeah, I think this is worth it, to be honest. Maybe Boston is okay, but we still have things to build up. We can get some extra iron over there. Okay, so it's 3 local, so have to go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day as well. Then, I'm gonna pop up on Discord just to see what you guys wrote, and we're gonna make some preparations for tomorrow's movie watching day. Yeah, guys, as I said before, I think I'm gonna call it a day. We did some remarkable things. We managed to stabilize our financial situation. Also, we took away their access to Atlantic, so our navy is safe, and they cannot cause any trouble when it comes to our merchant shipping. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me a bit later. You can write it on my Discord channel. You can do it over here. I'm going to make sure to answer the questions, and, well, see you around. Bye-bye for now.